welcome. This is Cheryl, aka Artsy Island Girl for Love from Lizzie. I am sharing with you today the July 2026 Sunshine Rodeo Kit. This kit has so many goodies in it. You can make a ton of different cards out of it. And I also have a few of the add-ons there, the peel-off sticker sheets, a few different varieties, as well as some beautiful mirror cardstock. I will be using the peel-off sheets, especially the lines. Those are my favorites. I won't be using any of the specialty papers with the cards that I'm creating in this video. I have everything pre-cut and ready to go. And aside from the kit for July, I'm also using the stitched ovals die set as well as the copper rose embossing powder. I have some brown ink from my stash here that I'm using to do a little bit of ink blending on one of my ovals. This one was created using the white cardstock in the kit, and I also have a little bit larger oval created. Now, all of the cards that I'm creating have a very similar layout to them. I'm just changing up the different pre-printed die cuts that I'm using. I'm also using the stamp set from the kit, especially the sentiments. I'm going to heat emboss the sentiments with that copper rose embossing powder. I'm using a stamp positioning tool in order to stamp my images a couple times just to make sure that I have a nice crisp, clean sentiment. I'm doing 4 cards in this video, so I'm going to create 4 sentiments from that stamp set. Now, I am stamping and embossing them, but you could easily just use a colored ink if you prefer that. I always love the look of embossed sentiments though, because I like the added texture that it gives. So I will most often choose to emboss my sentiments just for that added texture. So I'm using an embossing ink for stamping those sentiments. Then I'm going to put it on a scrap piece of paper and pour on that copper rose embossing powder. So this has a nice brown look to it, but it also has a metallic look to it because it is a metallic embossing powder. But it's going to go with those pre-printed papers from the 6x6 paper pack in the kit really well. So once I have the powder poured on there, I use my embossing tool to melt that powder. And then I'm going to use my trimmer to trim that piece down, or trim those sentiments down, so that I have them ready for my cards. Now, one of the ways I also like to use embossing powder is to edge different die cuts. So I just put the edges of my oval die cut on top of my embossing pad and just kind of rolled it around in there and then poured my powder on there. Now I got a little bit of powder stuck to that ink that I used for ink blending, that brown ink. So I'm just using a soft brush in order to remove that before I heat emboss it. Now, when you do it this way, you get a very rustic type look. You don't get completely even edges all the way around, but it adds that little bit of a metallic rim to it that has a really cool look to it. And it's very subtle, but it's something that I just love doing sometimes for adding just a little bit of extra color or a little bit of extra detail. For my sentiments here, I use that clear guard on the top of my trimmer and line up the edge of my sentiment on the right side of that guard. Then I flip it to the other side and do the same thing for the other side, making sure it's nice and even, and then I do the 2 ends. And I did the rest of the sentiments off screen, so they're all ready to grab when I'm creating my cards. For this card, I'm going to use the rodeo door stamp from that stamp set. I'm just going to stamp it with that brown ink just to add a little bit of extra detail to that oval background. Now, I left it at that, but you could take some markers and color it if you wanted to add even more detail. Again, I was trying to keep the focus on the printed papers as well as the pre-printed die cuts for the cards. So I kept my stamping to a minimum other than my sentiments. I used the green cardstock from the kit and I cut it to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and then one of the printed papers from the paper pack trimmed to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. Added my 2 ovals, one with the brown paper from the kit, one with the white paper that I stamped and ink blended. And then I'm adding some of the pre-printed die cuts. So I have the cowboy boots, I have the cowboy hat, as well as the rope. The theme of this card kit is absolutely perfect for anyone that loves farming, that loves the country. Calgary Stampede, I think it could make some great projects for any of those things. I just love the variety, and I love that they're highlighted with some sunflowers as well. I think it adds a nice bright pop to the cards. So after adding those die cuts, I just added my sentiment and I was done with that card. For the next one here, I started off putting that metallic around the outside of my oval. Again, rubbing that oval in the embossing pad, then just pouring that embossing powder around the outside edges before dusting off any that got where I didn't want it to go. Then I use my embossing tool and melt that powder around there. And you can see that some of those edges are a little bit thicker, some of them are a little bit thinner. It's totally rustic, like I said before, and again, it's perfect for the theme of this card kit. So the first oval I did my ink blending first and then decided to add that embossing around the outside edges. This one I did the embossing first and then I did my ink blending. Neither one is right or wrong. You're probably going to have a little bit of a cleaner look doing it the second way than the first way because you don't have any possibly moist ink from doing that ink blending. But both of them will absolutely work. For this card, I took my pre-printed paper and I trimmed it to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. And now I'm using some of the peel-off stickers from one of the add-on packs. This is the lighter brown color of the peel-off stickers. There's also a darker one. I chose the lighter brown simply because we have a darker brown printed paper and I wanted to make sure that they're visible. So that first line that I put on there was one of the thinner ones. The second line I'm putting is one of the thicker ones, and they're really easy to put on and then just trim the excess off. And I keep those excess pieces just in case I want to use them on another project. For this card, I'm only putting it towards the left side of the card just for a little bit of metallic detail to it. You could do it on all 4 sides if you wanted, or even just 2 sides. You can get really creative with how you add those metallic lines there, but it adds just a really nice touch to that background and gives the light something to catch. I have my oval here die cut out of the green cardstock from the kit. And then of course that middle one or the white one there is from the white cardstock in the kit there. And then we have some more pre-printed die cuts from the pack in the kit. We have this little sign stack here, and then I'm going to add the cowgirl in front of this. Now I love the fact that in those pre-printed die cuts, you have the cowgirl and you have her in different colored or different skin tones and different colored or hair colors, as well as there is kind of long straight hair as well as curly hair. So there's a few different ones to choose from, and I love that variety in there. Now, my cards are super simple. I keep them super simple when it comes to card kits because everything in that card kit is just kind of meant to blend and go together. So it's fun to just pick and choose the pieces from that card kit that you want to use. I chose this cactus paper from that printed paper pack, trimmed it to 4 inches by 5¼ inches, put that on my E2 card base, and then I have a cream oval from the cardstock in the pack, as well as that inner white oval. I chose not to add ink blending to this one. I chose to keep it the colors just from that cardstock. I added a cactus die cut as well as one of the other cowgirls. And then we have the fence die cut. There's 2 different dies in this pack. There is a fence die as well as a leaf sprig die. I chose the fence die and die cut some brown cardstock for this one. I am using liquid glue, so that meant that even though I had put my girl die cut down, I could easily change my mind. I was going to put the fence in front of both of the girl and the cactus. I changed my mind and put it in between the cactus and the girl. I liked it there better. By using liquid glue, I could do that. For this card, I wanted to use one of the charms from one of the charm packs in the kit, but I didn't want that hangy piece on there. So I started off by using some needle nose pliers to bend it off, but it still had 2 little sprigs to it. I ended up using my die snips in order to snip that off, putting an ample amount of glue on the back of that, and then just adding that to the front of the card. And there's some ridges on the back of that charm, so it helps that glue stick nicely. You could also use a glue dot. A glue dot would be a little bit faster because you wouldn't have to wait for anything to dry, but it adds some dimension as well as adding some shine, some texture to that card. So for the next one, I'm going to use one of the gold cowboy hat charms from the other charm pack that is in the kit. I have an oval here, again, white cardstock from the kit. I'm using that brown ink around the outside edges, and then I decided to do some in the middle. I'm using one of the horse die cuts, so I thought this brown inking could kind of look like the ground as well as like dust in the air. I have some printed paper here that is trimmed to 4 inches by 5¼ inches before adding my brown oval die cut. And I chose to do all ovals with all of the cards. You could easily mix up the different nesting dies if you wanted them to be different for each one of those cards. They're just kind of a background piece to show off the die cuts a little bit better. I always think that those pre-printed dies look better on a solid piece of cardstock than printed papers behind there, so that's what I opt to do. I'm also using a fence die cut for this card, but I used to die cut the cork that is in the kit. There's some adhesive cork in the kit, and it adds some great texture as well as die cutting really, really easily. I added my sentiment to the top right corner of this card, and then I'm adding that cowboy hat charm to look like it's just hanging from the edge of the fence. And again, it adds some great texture as well as some metallic shine to the card. Another option here would be to put some glitter glue in the center of those sunflowers on the horse. I opted not to do that, but I wanted to just share that idea. You'll find the kit as well as the add-on supplies that I've used listed and linked in the description box below. So if you're interested in checking those out, you'll find direct links in there. These cards come together so quickly because all of the supplies in the kit coordinate really well together, and it makes it really fun and easy to go a little bit outside the box and just use the supplies in the kit and challenge yourself in that way, aside from a few inks and aside from the dies that I used for creating the pieces behind our die cuts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate all the time that you spend with us. I hope you have a fantastic day.